Okay, I'm going to do something. I've got some questions. And so my questions are, why is my sore spots? What are my sore spots about, the sore spots that I get on my body? Is there a who behind it? In other words, is there someone sending me etheric hits? Or do I have Kundalini rising, or am I clearing something? And the second question was, why were all my cosmic characters very yippy today? In other words, they were very, very talkative. And then I had a crystal box incident, place where I keep my crystals, and a bunch of crystals got, somebody went like this to them. Okay, so let's see. Where am I going first? Okay, I'm going to the Cuba hat, which is Ba, which is part of the Egyptian way of looking at a person's makeup, and see you, Ba. Okay, the first thing that we've got here is somebody needs to have a drink. Okay, this is Sippy Cup. Everyone knows Sippy Cup. You must drink lots of water with Earth Ascension. Okay, now sometimes we sit and we listen to radio, but I guess we're not going to. I don't have anything else from Mr. Cuba, so we're going to listen to the radio. So you got For Your Love. It was Gino Vanelli. Moving Along. Far Gone. You Too, In the Name of Love. Push You Around. Rob Thomas. En français, d'accord?
On pollen data, so that's from like plant species that fall into water bodies and then accumulate over time, and we can reconstruct the environmental conditions. So we see if they were humans from like mice and quinoa seedlings in the soil compared to
something to do with pollination.
March 4th.
Something March the 4th. Take Me to the Place.
Art collection, or the photography collection.
Yeah. Photography and art. End of a song.
The right song all the time, always at the right time. Right now. This is Country 105. Go.
Almost sounds like Rob Thomas again. Sugar coating. Okay, so, well, in Cuba they grow sugar. I don't know, something else about... I got nothing else with this hat. Okay, so this hat is going into my been used hat. Jamaica. I'm going to see if it's the Oberman here. The Oberman be talking about the Cuban. In Jamaica, we also got the sugar cane, sugar coating, the messages. The question you had about the crystal box incident, we would not be able to help you. Kundalini, we don't talk about that. And the sore spots on your body, we don't think it'd be related to someone sending you bad energy. That be all. I be Obi-Man. Mm-hmm. This is the cricket legends of Barbados. We do grow sugar cane in the Barbados. I'm not getting an accent. The questions: what is my sore spots about? Did you do something physical and hurt yourself? Not particularly. Kundalini rising, no idea. Clearing the past, definitely a hit on that. It has to do with a very weird thing I mentioned before. My last name is very common in Barbados, which makes me think that someone with the same last name as me was a white slaver. Why is that? Because the people are from Africa that live in Barbados, and they're the ones that have got the same last name as me. Nobody that I know in my immediate family line, but somebody with the same last name gave the English name to a bunch of African people that live in Barbados. So I can only put two and two together that somehow it was maybe a plantation owner or something. So there's definitely something to do with slavery with the name that I have been inherited by being born into this family name. Is there anything else? Why were the cosmic characters yipping today? Talking? No idea. And the crystal box incident? Nothing. Okay, so I am definitely working on clearing the past, and it has a horrible past of one I just mentioned. Okay, the next hat I'm going to go to is Brazil. Now, I've got several items that come up when it comes to Brazil. Crystal box incident, people moving my crystals around, nothing much. Okay, Brazil to me, it's that crazy movie, Terry Gilliam, and it's all about how you go down. It's like almost like a 23, Robert Anton Wilson. It's just Byzantine crazy, and you can't figure it out. Brazil, it really pissed me off that they were removing the national park status of a great part of the Amazon. It's like they're going backwards. Um, Italian disclosure keeps talking about a place called Curitiba and the islands off of Curitiba that they're working on. Safe havens, perhaps. I don't know. I've never been there. And I'm not going to talk about the last one. It has to do with music. Okay, where are we going? Okay, this is it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but for me, it's Arbuthnot, my pirate friend. He's a captain of a pirate ship, and he is going to say my sore spots. He doesn't have a clue. He doesn't know anything, and he doesn't know anything, and no, he's got no information, and all he wants to say is "R." Okay, so that's a lot of Caribbean hat connections today. We're going to go and see if King Ludwig wants to come through. Yeah, it's Ludwig. We don't know anything about this one. It's not ego related with you. Well, no expertise in Kundalini. I was not one of the ones yipping today, and I did notice they were very talkative today. I don't know. I didn't see them drinking booze or anything. I don't know what it was. And as far as your crystals being moved around, shuffled around, I don't know. I'm terribly sorry, Ludwig of Bavaria. Okay. What's my age again? This hat says age. Age. Is it something to do with my age? This hat doesn't have a clue. It's basically just a hat that says age. I'm looking at it backwards. It's like E. I was going EOA, EGA. Extra general attention. I don't know. It's not talking to me. This is just one way of wearing lots of hats. Okay, this is the steel hat I was wearing yesterday. The steel chainsaws. I always think of it. Do I need to cut aka cords with a chainsaw? That's cutting aka cords with a chainsaw. Anything else? What is my sore spots about? Maybe you were cutting with chainsaws today? No, no, nothing physical. This one doesn't know anything else. It just is about cutting aka chords. You can look up AKA chords. Okay, this is usually Bob Frizzell, our producer. Why were our cosmic characters very talkative today? Something about the crystal boxes. And sore spots about. Sorry, buddy, you gotta go see somebody about it. My recommendation: see somebody about it. Okay, he's useless as usual. Never hire Bob Frizzell. He's a useless producer. Very low budget, though. That's why we use him. Okay, this one here is LB, which is pounds, so I don't really need to lose weight. And the other one says Dirt Road Diaries. Okay, Mr. Diaries. What is my sore spots about? No idea. It's BL. Something to do with clearing the past and the slaves. BL stands for black. Anything in the Dirt Road Diaries? I don't think there's anything else. Crystal balls, nothing. Okay, so let's see. I'm going with Mr. Alligator from the Bayou Country, Louisiana, Mississippi, up the Mississippi River. Anything alligator? Also think of the crocodiles, sea crocodiles off the coast of northern Australia. Unbelievably huge. I would never go into the water around there. You should go and see how big those crocodiles are. They're the size of a mountain. Never smile at a crocodile. Something to do with sore spots. This hat says no. I've got no information other than maybe you might like to have a nice elevator ride to the top of someone's tower and see if there's somebody there who needs to come out of their tower. I'm thinking of Eli Lilly Company today. I made some Instagrams about them. Somebody had to buy insulin at Walgreens in the United States of America, and I'm not sure if it was a 2-week supply or a month supply. It was $807. And, well, we did an article about that, and I did a little new character called the Deer Hunter. We talked about American Sniper and how if I worked for Eli Lilly, I would work very hard at giving away insulin to people for free because, extortion of $807 every 2 weeks or a month is asking for someone to come hunt you. Okay, we've got some glasses. I don't think there's a hat. Okay, looking in the mirror. I don't really have a mirror, but I'm looking in the sunglasses as a mirror. What do I see? Well, I've got an ATI card, which is the end of Illuminati, or it could be a video graphics card if you're thinking that we're living in a computer simulation hypothesis. And then this one is AIJ. Put it all together and it's Italia. I don't really get too much out of this. I've done this jacket before. I'm thinking of, no, it's not Rhinestone Cowboy. It was the guy who was in, no. Crying Over, that was not the right one. It was something to do with crying. Roy Orbison used to wear glasses like this. So, I don't know, maybe I'll play some Roy Orbison. Have I got anything else? There's nothing else with these glasses. Okay, now this W, it's the Badgers. And it's a W, okay? And then it's like VJ on the front. So VJ to me sounds like video DJ. And the W I was thinking of West. And as for the badgers, I was thinking of Wolverines, that old movie about the invasion of Russia and Cuba into North America. And that leads me to Donald Trump trying to get ready to invade Venezuela. WWW. Not getting too much. Not getting too much with this hat. Okay, I'm going to Yoshi. Yoshi, Super Mario's friend. I don't have any information for you. Hi, kids. Hope you're having a good time today. Okay, and my last one is Stewie from Family Guy. And it's Family Guy. And I was going to say it's kind of perverted for an old man to wear this one. Stewie doesn't have any information for you. I'm Chris. Little by little, your friend is on a quest, and I wouldn't go on a quest. I would run around and look under bushes. See if there's a man named Musty there. Roust him up. Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, that is one shamanic trick that I've just displayed to you. You can put on different hats and see if the hats talk to you. Did I get any answers? Yes. The biggest answer I've got is clearing the past. So that brings me to... that was this Barbados hat. Okay, so something to do with the ancestral name that I inherited by being born into this family line. And as I say, there's no family history directly with this name of anybody going to Barbados. There was one on a different family. I mean, everyone's got 4 families that they be part of. Your on your mother's side, your mother's maiden name and her father's name, and the same thing with your father's name and your father's mother's maiden name. So you've got 4 family lineages, and somewhere on my mother's side there was a ship captain. I don't know anything about what he was transporting, and I have no information about anybody running any slave plantations. I don't have any relatives in the southern United States. I do have a past life as a First Nations or a Amerindian indigenous person that I was given some information about my muscle testing. But as far as this and having this last name, and then there's so many peoples, if you go to Barbados and you look up in the phone book, I haven't been there, but I've got information about that. So I don't know. Clearing the past was a James Redfield thing that you have to do as part of one of the Celestine Prophecy insights. If you haven't watched the movie The Celestine Prophecy, the books, there's a series of books that go all the way to, is it 11 or 12 insights. I highly recommend those books to you. You will get lots of good information out of those books, and if you haven't heard of it, then definitely go and start with the Celestine Prophecy and try and read all the books. You can probably get some of them at least at your local library. Used bookstores, you have got them, and if you have to buy them new, then try and do other options first, unless you're filthy rich, in which case just order them and have them sent to you and get to work reading them straight away. The movie is very good too, but I wouldn't just don't go with only the movie. I know some people don't like to read. Try to read. You're going to get way more out of this. I mean, the movie is helpful, but the books are going to give you a lot more things than just the movie alone. So watch the movie and get the books. The movie first or the book. Go with the whatever you want. You can't go wrong, but try and do them all. And, if you read all the books, do you need the movie? Mm, no, no. If you read all the books, you don't need the movie. But if you got somebody in your family that you're trying to help out and you've got the movie, maybe they'll watch the movie with me. I bought the movie to try and wake up people in my family and friends, and none of them would watch the movie. This happens to me quite frequently. I buy movies, and they just won't watch them. They won't watch them. It's cognitive dissonance, I chalk it up to. And Colonel Cliff Serene a few days ago did a video lecture about cognitive dissonance, so I'm not going to go over that again, but that's what it is. It's the reason why there's some subconscious program that knows, because we're all connected, and the collective unconscious and the people that are conscious, we're connected to other people. It's not physical contact, but it's through consciousness, and these other people have got something is triggering them. And if they see something like the Celestine prophecy, it's like a red flag. It's like, I don't want to wake up. That's exactly what is happening with these people when you're trying to wake them up. It's like they're going, I don't want to wake up. Now, what is it? It's their ego. Their ego doesn't want to be pushed off of its throne. Okay? So it's the ego. The ego is, it's a lot of fear. It's afraid because it thinks, it's heard this term ego death so many times. There's no such thing as ego death. It doesn't happen. When you submit to spirit, your ego doesn't disappear. Everything changes. It does have to get off the throne, but it doesn't die. It's still there. In other words, your ego is your personality. Your personality does not die. Ego death is incorrect. It's totally incorrect. But I think that's been put out so many times that egos somehow get that vibe that somehow, they're going to have to give up their throne of power, and it's a fear of death. So that's what's happening. How do you get around it? You can't. You can one to a small percentage. You can drop little hints at people. Talk about things a little bit until you get that blank stare, like, or, hopefully they don't get angry at you, but you never know what you're going to trigger, but, just little, like little drops of information now and again. It's a long process, and then you can hope for synchronicities and serendipities, and, they'll be watching something, and sometimes they'll surprise you. They'll be watching something on television that you go, you're watching this? It's like, what? And then you think, well, maybe we're getting some success. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. So anyway, I'm clearing the past, and that's a Celestine prophecy thing. I don't have any other information. The Rob Thomas song, I'll have to listen to that song again. I'm going to listen to that song again, and I saw a very awful video about people in the Far East who were training elephants, and they were torturing elephants in order to get the elephants to obey them. It was absolutely horrid, and so, and it reminded me of my sore spots, what they were doing to the elephants, the abuse of the elephants. It just never ceases to amaze me, the depth of depravity of humans, the things that humans will do. It's just unbelievable, inhuman, demonic things that people will do. Anyways, that's your update.